Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading, and I hope you're all feeling better today. I certainly am. We got through that full moon, that very intense, very emotional Pisces full moon, and we're out the other side. I have the Tarot of the Abyss on the tarot table, and you might notice that there is a new tarot cloth on the tarot table, a bit of a creased one. I do apologize. It's a bit Meghan Markle with its creases, and I know that. The old one had got very worn and shabby, and I suddenly remembered today when I was about to do the readings that I had another one stashed away. Unfortunately, we are having load shedding, so I'm not able to press it right now, but I will in due course and try and get these creases out. It has travelled a long way to come to me, and hence the creases. But I thought we have a new monarch, King Charles III, so new time for a new tarot cloth, and the creases and all. But apologies, as I say. But anyway, Tarot of the Abyss on the table. I'm going to be looking today at how Meghan is doing in particular. Given the strange turn of events, from her point of view, she thought September was going to be all about her. She was going to blow the royals out of the water with all her truth bombs. But fate intervened. Maybe karma intervened. And she has been blown out of the water instead, by a very strategically timed passing. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So let's remind you, this is tarot reading for entertainment purposes. It is just my opinion. There is a disclaimer in the box below. And I'm going to do a quick reading now on this fascinating story that King Charles is the one that very forcefully and very clearly told Prince Harry that Meghan Markle was not welcome at Balmoral, as the family gathered, as the news broke of the Queen's imminent demise. And the royals all scrambled to get up there. Prince Harry, there was an announcement, sources close to the Sussexes, we know either that Hotmail account allegedly or Omid. Yes, Meghan and Harry were on their way. Everyone gasped with horror. The last person you would want to roll in to a family situation like that, when she spent the last 2 or 3 years just lobbing bombs at them, and then suddenly retracted, walked back. No, she wouldn't be going. Just Harry on his own. And Harry allegedly had to scramble to find his own way up there. Helicopter, couldn't get that, had to pay for a private jet to fly him there, arrived late, news had broken. The rumour goes that Meghan is very upset, tears and tantrums. She feels humiliated and belittled about the fact that she was announced to be going, and then it was very clear that she wasn't welcome. Stay at home, you're not invited, as Princess Charlotte would have said, and did say to the press, you're not invited. King Charles, the one who drew the line and said, no, you're not crossing this line. Very interesting. A lot of people pointing out it was his first act as king to banish Meghan Markle to Frogmore Cottage. So 5 card reading using the Tarot of the Abyss to see how this went down with the Harkles back at Windsor. How Meghan felt, as I say, tears and tantrums. Rumours have allegedly, and allegedly also not on speaking terms with Prince Harry when he got back. He was looking very shaken, very upset, very tearful, and apparently, rumour again, allegedly, Meghan not talking to him, Meghan threatened to leave because of the humiliation that she suffered. All about her, of course. So we're going to have a look and see what's going on there, how she felt, how Harry felt about being told no. Behind the scenes were the really threats to leave, and the outcome for the Harkles of their marital situation. So I've talked enough, I've shuffled enough. The new tarot cloth is waiting to be christened, and let's go. See what the cards want to tell us. It's shinier, it's got more silk in it, so we might have more difficulty with cards sliding all over the place, but you never know. We hope not. And There we go. I have to get used to this. And there they are, cards out. And underlying energy of this reading is the World. Terror of the Abyss, the World in reverse. Let's just show it to you before I fling it away. There is the World. Interesting depiction of the World. And it's in reverse. World upright, of course, is success and triumph and a completion of a cycle, a chapter, and a great cycle has just been completed very, very obviously in the past few days. But for Meghan, it has not gone well. It has not gone as she thought it was going to go. It was meant to be all about her and her relaunching her brand and her podcast and her cut interview. She was going to be on Jimmy Fallon. All of that has fallen away. The podcasts have been held back. Interviews cancelled. The PR tour that she was on and she was swanning about and gloating and full of self-importance all suddenly came screeching to a halt, and that is the World card in reverse. And what is always interesting to me when I do these royal readings, these cards all take on different meanings than they would if I was doing a reading for somebody close to me in my own personal circle. The World card for me is the public watching and looking and judging and assessing. And when you get the card in reverse, as it has come out here as the underlying energy of this reading, it's bad publicity, it doesn't look good, and she's been humiliated in the eyes of the world. It was incredibly clear that she was not welcome, she was not wanted, she was told to stay at home. And also collectively, it was very clear in comments all over the place that it was a collective gasp of horror. The press said the palace aides were incredulous that she could even contemplate going. Harry apparently invited himself. He was not summoned. He invited himself, and I saw that in the reading I did on him yesterday. The scramble to go up to Balmoral, allegedly all for very self-serving reasons about children's titles and things like that. We'll read on that. I have a huge list of things to read on, but I just wanted to see what's going on with Meghan today. And so, yes, humiliated, belittled from her perspective, of course. Heart of the matter, Meghan being told to stay home. Wow, a dagger through the heart, the Three of Swords. This really hurt. She cannot understand it. It blows my mind. And I know I have spent the past year doing tarot readings on her and the rest of the royals, and I'm pretty tuned in, as I'm sure all the tarot readers who do this are by now. And she cannot see the damage that she has done, the harm that she has caused, the harm that she caused the poor queen in her final illness, in her last days. The hurt that she caused her. She can't see the hurt that she caused King Charles and Camilla and William and Catherine and the children, Charlotte, the nanny, allegedly, the staff, the bullying, all of that. She cannot see it. All she can see is her own anguish, her own hurt, her own sense of grievance. She really cannot empathize. Those giant feet of hers with the bunions and the scars and the whatever else cannot fit in anyone else's shoes. They just can't. She cannot walk in anyone else's shoes. She cannot experience what it is like to be someone else and to see something from someone else's perspective. It's quite a shocking card to come out. Not, as I say, I read on her, I know, but when you see it so literally, so graphically as that Three of Swords, that for her, this is a betrayal, a dagger through the heart, really. She can't believe that she's been rejected like this. And a lot of people are saying that Lady C's announcement, that she made that very bizarre announcement on her YouTube channel, she was asked to do, to preempt any nonsense from the Harkles, allegedly, let's throw in some allegedlys here, to preempt nonsense from the Harkles about how they were prevented from going up and seeing the Queen. And the Queen wanted them to be there. Of course, Harry, her favourite grandson, the only one who understood her, the only one she could talk to and confide in, prevented by nasty Charles and cruel and wicked William from going. So hence the scramble to announce the passing of the Queen before time, just to shut the Harkles up and to shut any nonsense down. Very interesting. So let's see, how did Meghan feel about being told no? Phone call from King Charles. No, You cannot go. You cannot bring the wife with you. She is not welcome. We do not want her there. This is not the time. This is not the place. It's not right or appropriate for her to be there with a family that's grieving. Page of Swords, it was for her again this sense of indignation. The Page of Swords is a cutting and a cruel card. Always for me, whether it's in reverse or upright as it is here. It's communication, it's harsh communication. It's very clear. When you get the Page of Swords, you tell it like it is. You don't sugarcoat it. Very direct. And as I say, I'm hugely impressed with the way King Charles has started his reign. I thought this move was phenomenal. I thought his speech was phenomenal, where he basically iced the Harkles out. We'll read on that at some stage too. It's on the great long list. But the Pages with very direct communication and a sense of disbelief. You can see how this woman is on her knees there, or sort of almost imploring the universe, but I want to go, I'm so important, I need this for my PR, I need to bring my Netflix team up. And there is talk that she wanted to bring the Netflix team with her, the media with her up to Balmoral. That's just wild rumour, and I have to say that's absolute speculation. I have no way of knowing that this is true. I'm just repeating what the gossip is that's going around and informing you absolutely that this is gossip. Unfounded gossip, but it is it's indignation, disbelief, cannot believe what I'm hearing, surely not. How did Harry feel getting that phone call, being told your wife is not welcome here? Another page is bad news. So we got two messages. Page of Wands, another woman in this figure. Normally the pages are male figures in Rider-Waite, but they're female figures here. And it's bad news. When the Page of Wands is in the reverse, it's bad news, literally. It's news that's disappointing. It's news that is puts the fires out. There is a fire that's being stoked here. When the card is upright, it puts the fire out. It's bad PR. It's bad publicity. He thought, oh no, this is going to look bad. That's what he thought. She, disbelief, can't believe that I've heard this. And he is, oh no, this is going to look bad. This is going to play badly. This is going to hurt our brand. And she's going to be mad. Because Wands and her, she's a fire sign. She's very fiery, allegedly. Tantrums, I said tears and tantrums. This is going to go down so badly at home, but also out in the wider world. So I'm going to have to duck the crockery that's going to be flying. And this is going to be a mess. How did she respond to him? Did she really threaten to leave? Is she really giving him the cold shoulder and not talking to him and saying, I'm out of here? Remember, she took the rings off during the Megxit negotiations. She went the only time she bothered to show up at the National Theatre. And it was all a stunt to show has-been, look, I can take my rings off, we're over, we're toast if you don't do as I say in Megxit. Remember that. So have we had a little repeat performance of that? And we got the Hanged One, the Hanged Man, and it's in reverse. It is, I'm out of here. When you get the Hanged Man in reverse, when he's upright, I say he because it's normally the Hanged Man. It is somebody who's dangling, who's in limbo, who can't act. They're hamstrung. They are helpless, and they have to contemplate the folly of their ways as they dangle upside down and gain some perspective and some enlightenment. But they're also victim. They are powerless. They are the victim in a situation. The card is in the reverse, and it means action. It means cutting oneself down from that tree where one has been sacrificed and saying, I'm not being sacrificed anymore. I am out of here. I'm moving. I am leaving. She definitely, it's major arcana. It's under this Three of Swords. She definitely, according to the cards, in my opinion, said, I'm out of here. The rings will be in the post. I will keep the juicer, but you can have the rings. And it was a cheap and nasty ring, and I had to remodel it. I will take the watch. Thank you very much. Although allegedly it is not Diana's watch at all, but I'll keep the watch. And rings in the post, definitely. So not happy at Frogmore Cottage, if that is indeed where they are. A lot of people saying it's not. Let's see outcome for the has-beens of this shocking news from King Charles that the wife was not welcome. And it's the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, a new start somewhere. A new start, whether it's together or separately, time will tell us. But this is somebody is setting off on a long journey, a new start. I don't think together. Not with the energy in this reading. Not with that threat to leave. Not with the world in reverse, the bad publicity, the anger, the disbelief, the hurt, the rage. Somebody is going to decide that they are going to do better somewhere else and are going to be off on that journey. Definitely. It just fits in with all the readings that I'm doing at the moment and have been doing for a while. The energy of it's over, it's probably do the funeral, put the fancy clothes on, the designer outfit, get through that, and then I'm out of here. Cruel, nasty family wouldn't invite me up to Balmoral, and why should I stick around? So that is the reading. Thank you as ever for watching. I'll get on with the next Meghan reading because it's all on her today.